everyone wanted to know how to make some bows, and so I thought I would do a quick video. This is to make a round poofy bow, and I have some wired ribbon here. This is on sale at Michael's, I believe. It's just a Christmas ribbon. And you want to cut a piece of chipboard or something fairly sturdy, the size you want, the width you want. This is 8 inches across, so that my bow will be 8 inches across when I'm through. It's usually better with a narrower ribbon, but this is what I had on hand. To start off with, you want to start your the end of your bow just off of the center point. So if that's the center, you're going to start it about here, and you're going to wrap. And I'm going to say 10 to 12 times, so let's just see how that works. So that's 1, and my ribbon's getting twisted. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I think that's probably at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Didn't count. Not quite right. Okay, that's going to do it. Now, if you want tails on the end of your bow, this is where you can add in some tails also. Let's say you want one tail to be about that, one set of tails to hang about there, and then another set of tails to come a little lower, like there. And then you're going to leave some space to tie that into it. So I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to use my Timmy scissors. You probably shouldn't, but I will. I am. You can also use a pair of old junky scissors you don't care about. These were from Walmart years ago that have cut all kinds of wire. You also need some wire. Here was the main part of the bow. I'm going to make sure I have all the stuff together. So you have your loops, and these are going to be your tails. We'll talk about that later. I'm going to cut a little V shape coming this way, and a little V shape coming this way, right in the center. So I'm going to try to crunch that up so I know where the center is. And you may have to work a few layers at a time. I'm just going to cut a V shape in here, come over here, cut a V shape. And you need this little cut to help your bows turn better so that you can shape them when you're done. Well, for some reason I'm not doing that great. Okay. Make sure I get all the other layers. Something like that. And I'm going to do it on the other side. just like that. Now, for your loops, or for your tails rather, you're going to make sure you have a hold of it with your loops here. Make a short loop for the tail and a longer loop for the tail, and bring that in, and you're going to catch it all under here. Then, and then you can see that's how short the first set of tails will be, and that will be the second set of tails. And you can adjust it if that's not the size you want. Then make this a little bigger. This. And here's the trick. You're going to get a piece of wire, and you can use I have wire on a spool. I'm not sure what gauge it is, but it's thin, flexible wire. You can use floral wire that's flexible. I've even used bread ties, or even the ties that you get with your, the wire ties you get with garbage bags. And if you're going to be attaching your bow to something that you need a lot of wire left over, then you'll cut a big piece of wire. If you're just going to tie the bow together, you'd probably need about 6 inches, but I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so that I can attach it later, and then I'll show you how much I have left, and you can determine if you like that or not. Okay, any of that will work. You're going to tie it off in the middle, right here, and I tie it a little bit, and then I grab the wire with one hand and start flipping the bow, just because that is easier for me. Get it really good and tight, and then you're going to start separating the loops of your bow and bring them out. And sometimes it's easier said than done. There. Pull from the inside. Those were I had pulled from the outside. These I'm pulling from the inside, just to make sure I get them all out here, and it's a nice, pretty, full bow. Like this. There's half my bow, and you can play with it. It's really great to have this wired ribbon where you can adjust it and the loops will move for you. And here's the other set of loops. There, is that easier? And pull some off from the top layers. Some from the inside layers. Until you get them all separated. And the reason I made my wire a little long is so that, well, if I can find the other piece of my wire, is so that I can use this to tie onto something later. And then you just kind of take it and play with the bows, the loops, fluff them out a little bit. Lovely bow. Play with it till you like it. And then for the tails, we're going to come in, and here's the short tails. Pull it to where you're getting the middle. Fold it together, and then I'm going to cut that so that they'll open up like this, and I'll do the same thing with the second set of tails. Pull it in the middle. I'm going to cut probably an inch in to that tip, so that's like an inch from that end angled over to the tip. And then you can play with the loops and get them the way you want them, and you have a lovely bow. And if you need to tie it onto something bigger, you could leave bigger ends on a bigger piece of wire than I started with. I probably had about an 8-inch piece of wire. And it goes like this. Let me show you one more easy bow that doesn't use quite as much ribbon, and I have a mess here, but it'll be okay. Okay, for this one, take the end of the ribbon and make a loop for the center that, let's say it's 6 inches, and you just double it over and catch the ends right here. And then twist where your ribbon's going to be straight and come out about 4 inches this way. Catch it in the middle. Twist your ribbons where you're going to be seeing the top part, the pretty part, and do about another 4-inch loop. Turn your ruler if that helps. And I just kind of eyeball it, really. You can use a ruler and measure it out. You're catching it all right there. You're going to twist it some more so that you get the pretty side up, and make another loop that's just a little longer than this. Catch it. Come to the opposite side. I did one here, so I'm going to do one over here next. Make sure your pretty side is showing. Come over here. Make sure they're about the same length. I'm going to catch it in the middle. Twist till I get your pretty side. You're going to make another loop on this side that's the same length as this one. And you're going to come back, make a ribbon on this side that's the same length as that one you made. Like that. Catching it in the middle. Make a loop for your short tails and a loop for the long tails, and I'm going to use up all the ribbon. Just like that. Get your ribbon, your wire, sorry. And tie it really good so that you get it nice and secure. And then make sure you got it straight. clip our tails from the middle. From the middle, this one. And turn them the way you want them to show. And you can adjust your bow. The great thing about the wide ribbon is it stays where you put it. And there you go. So I hope that helps some. If you have any questions, you can email me at papercompulsions@gmail.com. Thanks. Bye.